before we get started. Yo, a straight up gallon, bro. A straight up gallon of water.
Straight up gallon.
Like add a straight up gallon. That's the problem with America. We ain't drinking enough water, Joe Angel.
You're drinking enough water. You gotta drink water, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, stay hydrated out there, sons.
Stay hydrated. Which is weird
Um,
because everything we drink is water based.
I mean, I right, you're getting water from like coffee and
Yeah, I mean,
Monster and
it all y'all need water for it, right?
yeah, you got it. It started with water at one
Yeah,
point. There was some water in
yeah,
it. Uh,
yeah.
oh, nah, we'll chat later about it. I got some stuff, but it ain't no thing but a chicken wing on the string.
Chicken wing on the string.
Speaking of chicken wings, bro,
What's? Did you try
I see
it?
what you're, I see what you're doing. No, I see what you're doing. I see the theme already, bro. I got it. This one's easy. Usually I can't get it, but this one I got it.
Yeah, I had to switch the themes around.
Uh-huh.
It's just like, oh
You
wait,
thought
that's right.
thought
Cause
about this little.
I already have like all the animes for this month and December already like listed out. So when I was looking, I was like, oh wait, I got to switch these around.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Oh shoot.
I know how you feel, man. I didn't go sleep till like 4 o'clock this morning.
Dang, bro. Well, hey, don't worry about it. One of these anime podcasts is gonna be real short, and you can guess which. I'll let you guess. I'll let you guess which one it is. I'll let you guess which one it is.
Yes, which one
We
is
good
it?
though. We good. We good.
We get, we get you.
We got it. We got it.
Got it. Oh, all right. Food Wars. First one.
Food Wars.
Food one. All right. And here we go. In three, two, and one. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Podcast. It's me, Joe Angel, once again with my co-host Sal, and we have made it into the other top 5 holiday season in my list, at least. Because I feel like
September.
this September,
December.
December,
Spooky season.
spooky season, turkey
Toyotathon.
season, Toyotathon,
Then
turkey,
turkey season. That's what they
turkey
go.
season number 5. That's the list.
Thanksgiving, dude. You know, I always forget that like it's just us. It's just America celebrating,
Yeah, it's
Thanksgiving.
just
Like it's an eating season. But there's
yeah,
got to be
it's just
another around the world. Somebody else is doing something. They're like having a meal,
yeah, they gotta be
right?
doing stuff. Yeah, I mean,
There's got to be
Japan
something else.
celebrates Christmas. You
Yeah, they
know,
got Christmas and they're gonna
they
have a
got
meal.
Christmas. Yeah,
But
they
we
have
have
KFC for
like,
Christmas. That's what they have.
ooh,
Do you
yeah,
know about
that
that?
sounds. No, I don't know about this. What are we talking about
Yeah,
here?
KFC
KFC,
in Japan for
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Christmas. Kentucky Fried Chicken. The Colonel's reigning over there. It's not Santa Claus. It's the Colonel.
What in the He kind of looks a little like Santa. Maybe they got it
Yeah, yeah.
confused. They don't
They
know
got
what they're looking
it.
at. They're like,
Like, oh, there's
"Oh,
Santa Claus. Yeah, he sells chicken. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, what?
yeah, hey though." But them spices though, 36
Hey,
spices. You
11
know what I
herbs and
mean?
spices. Uh,
I'm all about it. Wait, no, but
about
why?
it.
They just love it. They just love it.
I haven't really
No
looked
reason
into it.
why.
I just know that's a thing.
I mean, I love KFC, but I'm the only one in this household that does, so I gotta sneak it
You
around
gotta
like I'm
sneak it through.
like I'm
And
addicted to
it's not
something.
like you can hide the smell either, because that's a very
No,
distinctive
yeah, it's a very
smell.
yeah, it's a very distinctive smell. and I'm all about it. You know what else I'm all about?
What are we on about?
Food anime. That's the theme. I figured it out, Jojo.
You figured it out.
We're doing anime about food.
Out of all the time we've been watching anime and talking about all this food, we finally get into
It's about
anime that deals with food.
I'm about it. I'm all about it. You know, like there's
Yeah,
something about, I mean, Food Network
yeah.
and like shows about food. Like there is you could just throw it on and you're chilling. Like I watch,
Chilling.
Great British Baking Show. I don't know if you've seen, there's a Stanley Tucci show, Finding Italy or
Yeah.
Searching for Italy. It's amazing. Salt, Fat, Acid, Heat. Like that's a show. I mean, like I go on about all the food shows that
Yeah.
I just love, but you don't have to like, you could just jump in. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
You ever,
Just,
you ever just watch, did you ever watch the Food Network and just like turn it on and watch it like
yeah.
cartoons?
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah. Because
saying?
they used to have what was it, the Drive and Dine? That
Drive-ins,
one.
dine-ins and drives or
Uh,
whatever.
the one where they'll go and show you how they make like ice cream or candy. That
Oh, how it's
show.
made? That
Dude.
yeah.
Uh,
What
and of course you
Man
got you
versus
got
Food?
Man versus Food. Dude, crazy,
Crazy.
crazy.
Yes. All of them, dude. Like, and they go way back. Like, I watched them when I was a kid too. Like, there was a Wolfgang Puck had a food show. Uh, I mean, like, I watched them as a kid growing up the whole time and speaking my language. Easy. That's all I'm gonna say. You speaking my language here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Speaking in language, you know what else we're speaking? We're speaking about anime in this podcast, which is a podcast about two friends who show you anime one episode at a time.
show you how to love it, how to watch it, what it's all about. And I ask why. I ask a lot about
Why?
why, Joe Angel.
A lot of it's why. That's the main.
This one's got some
That
whys for
should have
me.
been like our logo. It should have just been a Y, the letter Y.
Yeah, yeah, just the letter Y. What is it? What is
What is it?
happening? All right, now
What is that?
tell the folks which one we're watching. To kick off
To kick off
Thanksgiving food
Thanksgiving, to kick
season.
off food season, to get all this started, we're starting with a bomb of a show called Food
Uh, uh,
Wars.
it's a straight up certified Michelin star
Oh yeah,
banger, bro.
banger.
I hope I watched the right one too, by the way, because I was like, you had said it's on Hulu, and I was
Yeah,
like, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go through my Crunchyroll, and I found it on Crunchyroll, but I felt like Crunchyroll didn't have a dub, so I was like, I
yeah,
think Joe Angel put Hulu on there because Hulu has a dub,
yeah,
so he knows what I'm all about.
yeah.
You know, you knew
Yeah,
like Sal ain't gonna
I
watch
did.
this. He's not gonna know what's happening if he don't get a dub. And
Yeah,
I watched it. I barely knew what was happening. So how about I give us a synopsis before we go any further?
go, go for it.
Okay, let's see here. What's the full title? It's got a full name. It's like Food Wars,
Food
and it's got like
Wars Shokugeki no Soma.
okay,
So it's
okay,
like Food
Soma.
Wars exclamation point Shokugeki no Soma.
Okay, okay. So our protagonist is named Soma.
Soma. Yep.
Soma. Okay.
Soma.
Soma spends his day battling his father to see who's the best chef at his family restaurant. Things get complicated when a developer tries to muscle in on their land. That's it.
That's it.
It's so much more than that, though. It's
Oh,
so much more. But then not much more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of it, and then a little bit more.
it is what it is,
I
but there's some other stuff. But then it's like,
in that, but then
okay.
there's some other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
How we gonna talk about this, Joe Angel, without
Uh,
like without you bleeping me? First thing I write down: anime lady sounds. Anime lady sounds.
get your soundbite ready.
Get your soundbite ready. Where's my? I got a recording of it right here. There we go.
Right
Anime lady noises. Anime lady noises. That's what I said. It is riddled with it. I'm like, hey yo, like That's this seems like
I've
it's
had
gonna be.
yeah, like I've had fried rice, but I never had fried rice like
And yeah, I'm like,
that.
that's what they said. The fried
Yeah,
rice and
yeah.
everybody is like in that restaurant eating that
Oh,
fried rice, straight up tripping,
dude,
like
doing something to them.
it's doing too much to them. Honestly, you're
Yeah,
like, you know what? I gotta go
I,
back to work. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like this is the middle of the day. I'm
yeah.
having lunch.
I can't
I
be
got
having
things to
this.
do. I got I got other things to do today. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
dude, though I did think about it though. So that like they're eating the food and they are having an experience. Uh, I've had some experience. I mean, have you had this level? Like I've never had this level of experience eating some
yeah.
food.
I
Though I did,
don't know if
I've
anybody
had
has had that level.
maybe when Sally from When Harry Met Sally in the Cat's Delicatessen. That's
Yo,
about it.
yeah.
That's the only one. But hey, I was at a barbecue place, and I'm not gonna give them a free shout out unless they sponsor. So I'm not gonna say the name of it. This place this is not sponsored by somebody by this place, but
Yeah.
I'm waiting in line forever at a barbecue place, and you probably already know. And I'm waiting. It takes us 4 hours to get through the line and they're like handing out like just a little snack. They cut a little
Yeah.
piece of the barbecue and they're like, here you go, to hold it's a little something for the little taste.
Little
You know what I'm saying?
holdover,
Like
little savory. Yeah,
they know what they got. They know that hey, here's
yeah.
a little this right here.
It's just
I
like,
take a
hey,
bite.
hey, this is worth it. Like, this is what you're waiting for right here.
Yeah, you
You
know
know?
what? This whole all these hours,
Yeah,
and now you're vindicated. And I can't, dude. I don't know if it was just the anticipation, like multiplied by how good it was, because it
yeah,
was really good. But I took a bite and I had this like involuntary visceral reaction like I to where I got emotional like I had like my ears my eyes kind of watered up a little bit
yeah.
and I
Was it like
like
the scene in Ratatouille?
a little yeah
When
yeah you
you,
know how everything blacks out and I'm like
yeah,
floating in space. It
yeah,
was, bro. I was like, whoa. I mean, I wasn't this level. I wasn't Food
yeah,
Wars, you know, like
yeah, yeah.
not went that level. But I was close though. Like that I
Yeah,
was crying. You know what I'm saying? Like I cried. There
yeah,
was also there's a place that's nearby where I live. There's a steak place out in the country that people go to because it's famous. And I once had a steak there that like brought me like to like misty eye. Like I got a little like I had
yeah,
an emotional connection to this food that made me
yeah.
feel a way. Like I just that's those two times because I'm watching this. I'm like, do people really? Can you? I mean, it's more the
Yeah.
joke because people say the joke about how like you
Yeah,
ate
they're
something
like,
and it was
oh, it tastes so heavenly, or
yeah yeah
oh,
yeah
I could
yeah
die, or yeah,
yeah. I've never had like that level, but you know, I got a little like I don't know. You've never had like you've ever had anything that good that you like even got a little misty eyed or even just thought like this is the best thing
try
I've
to
ever
think.
had
I mean,
in my
I've had
entire
meat,
life.
I've had the meat sweats before, but I was eating too much barbecue. Uh,
That's a different kind of mist, all right? It's
you're
coming from
sweating.
other parts of your body.
That's when the sauce is hot. That's how you know it's when you just start sweating immediately.
Yeah, yeah. The other
uh,
question I have for you is, do you ever use a chainsaw in the kitchen? Like, why would you have I don't know if you remember seeing the credits, but the credits, there's a fork, there's a knife, everybody's got like that. I see there's food, there's all kinds of stuff. And there's a guy with a chainsaw, and I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so.
yeah.
I think he's doing it
I
wrong. You know what I'm
mean,
saying?
just
Like,
like the electric carver, I think that's about it. Not a
I
chainsaw.
guess, I mean, it depends on what you're cutting up, I guess. I don't know too much. I mean,
I
I
mean,
never worked
hey,
in
he's
food.
probably a lumberjack, man. So that's all he's got.
Did you ever work in food?
Yeah, I worked at a pretzel place,
Oh,
and that
that's right. We've had this
was
conversation.
yeah, we've had this. I worked at a pretzel place for a while. That was all right. Like I said, I was just making
You were
stuff.
just doing it, but
Yeah, I
you
was
weren't.
just doing.
Were you ever taking any kind of pride like this, like in the things that you? I mean, like really, like did you do? I mean, how would you know? Like
Not
pretzels are different. Like
not
this is the best
not at
pretzel I've
that
ever
place.
made.
I would say
You're
not at that place.
you're like, hey, this
No,
pretzel
no, no.
is dang. Hey,
Yeah,
props to the
I've
chef. This
I've
pretzel
made
though.
I've made stuff like we used to make our own pizza just for
Okay, there.
us. I would make
Okay.
like a combination of like a hot pocket with like because we had these Angus beef dog hot dogs because we would make the pretzel
Uh-huh.
dogs. But I would get that because we would make like this hot pocket thing with pepperonis and stuff. Kind of layer all that in there.
You made
That
it.
would be
It was
something.
your own
Yeah,
invention. It was your own
yeah. I would
invention.
just make stuff like I
So
was making empanadas. Like I was making stuff we don't sell. That's what I would
yeah.
do.
Like, hey, hold on. What are you eating back there? I want some of that. Nah, you
I
getting
want
pretzel
that.
bites and that's
Nah,
it.
you get
You
pretzel
get
bite. That's
pretzel
it.
bites. That's all
Whatever's
we
on the
got.
menu, that's what you're getting. We ain't got no secret menu. Secret menu is my
Uh,
menu.
okay, so there is I have some questions about some stuff that happened in this show, Joe Angel. You already got two of them. One of them, I feel like I know-ish, and go ahead, ready? You could stop right here, Joe
Stop.
Angel, future Joe Angel, and then
Stop.
you can end, and then
Thanks.
you can just cut this section out. If we can't talk about this right here, cut this part of it out, okay? Like, there's a squid part.
Oh yeah.
She and then there's a her there's a girl. Soma tries this, like he's trying to do something, he's trying to put something together to see if it would
Yeah.
work, like squid and peanut butter. He has it, it's disgusting. Squid and peanut
Yeah.
butter don't go together. And then he like forces some girl to eat this squid and peanut butter, and there's an interaction. There is a something happens. This squid is fighting this girl. Let's just say he's fighting this girl.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's basically
that's
like
a
a visual representation of how she's feeling eating
okay,
that.
okay. But tell me if I'm wrong, but isn't there something in the culture?
Yeah. Everybody knows.
Okay,
Everybody
okay,
knows.
okay. I don't know.
All you
I
gotta say is tentacles, and everybody knows what you're talking about.
okay, okay. So
Because
there's
that's
like
usually the joke you'll see is if you see somebody say tentacles, and that'll be like the key phrase.
okay. That's all you need to hear.
That's how you do it.
Okay,
If you
so
say
I
if you say
don't.
tentacles in anime, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Okay, so it's a thing. Barely knowing anime, I kind of know it's a thing, but I don't quite get it. I don't know if it like is it just anime or does it like permeate through like the Japanese culture? Is it like, like we had once had this conversation where you're like, oh, when they're fighting in these some of these animes, they'll like say the style and what the sword style that they're using, whatever like that, and come to find out historically that's what they're actually doing. That's an actual thing. When samurais would come up against each other and they would talk about their the history,
Yeah,
and they would like in the middle of the fight they're telling you their moves and what's style and stance they're doing. and and so that's what the and so you see it like not only historically, but it's also in the anime because it happened historically, and I'm thinking it's the same thing there. We could stop talking about it, maybe.
there is a certain genre of anime that this is tied to.
Okay, that's all we need to talk about. We don't need to
That's
say
all.
anything else.
That's all you
I'm
need.
not
Yeah.
googling. I don't want to be pinged. Okay, I don't want to be put on some list. Like I don't want to I don't want to, accidentally be like, I don't want my algorithm to get ruined. Okay, I don't need this. I don't need this on my Crunchyroll. I don't need it. I don't need it. I already have to be,
No need.
like I already have to watch this show on low volume
Yeah.
because there's some other lady noise and guy noises
Oh
later
yeah.
on. It is wild, my guy.
Which the pace
Let's
of the
see
biz
here.
goes by pretty like
It does. It
kind of
happens pretty quickly.
yeah quick because it like you have the whole intro. You kind of have the mid part that's kind of
Hmm.
just there almost, and then you got the
Yeah, a
end.
little.
Oh, all right, here we go.
Ye yeah. Like this is what we're happening. I love how like over dramatic this show is. Like with the sounds and the music and the movement. It's like someone's got superpowers and it's like dramatic, because you have this what is her name? What's her name? She says it in her. She's the like
Oh, the
land
urban planner.
developer. Yeah,
Yeah,
the
her
urban
name is
Mina, uh
Minagasaki.
maybe it's Mina.
We'll call
Yeah,
it Mina.
she come no, let's just say Mina. She's trying to come in and like what I want to say gentrify. She's trying to
Yeah,
gentrify this area, and they have this little restaurant they're trying to keep alive,
yeah.
and he serves her up the best thing. Did you look this thing up? Is that a real thing, or is that for real just made up for the show? It's like this.
I think that one was a real thing because he tells them because basically
They laid out.
they kind of beforehand before that scene they are like she shows up, hey, this is what's happening, this is what we're trying to do, and of course Soma, because his it's basically a family shop they have, him and his dad, they're running it, uh
Hmm.
and Soma's like, no, we're not gonna, it's like, no, we're not gonna be bought out, like we're gonna be
Yeah.
open, like we've been doing just fine. And he ends up telling her, is like, because she's like, well, what if you can't serve your customers, like all these other small time shops that have been having a hard time. What if it comes to that? And someone's all like, well, if that does, we'll gracefully close our doors and thank our customers. And
Hmm.
kind of like, because she sits there in a business card too. And like the most pimp move ever, he takes the business card and just lights it on
And
fire
burn.
in front of
I thought
her
that was
and
pretty
burns
dope
it.
too. He
I was
has
like,
that
yo,
little
that's
like
gangster.
that little grill. He has a grill set up like he's
Yeah,
gonna like cook something for her. He's like, you know what? No,
yeah.
I'm just gonna cook
I'm
this
cooking you right
business.
now.
Yeah, you just got cooked.
You just cook. And then of course she goes back. She's like, "Are you gonna hold up to that?" He was like, "Yeah." She's like, "All right, bet." And so he goes to school, comes back. His dad's not there. He's on the way on the business trip or whatever. And someone finds that there's been trashed. And coincidentally, me and Aaron or Goon showed up. Like, oh, what happened? Yada yada
Yeah,
yada.
yeah, yeah.
And she's like, well, I want a steak. I want this kind of steak. It's
A
like,
thick
make
cut
it for me.
steak.
Yeah, juicy, rich, tender.
Knowing that they had
Uh,
already like trashed the
yeah.
place and stole all the meat and all that
Oh
stuff.
yeah, she's basically just trying to rub it in his face. But Soma, being trained for what seems like his whole life by his dad, makes this pseudo roast pork, which is he just got some thick cut bacon and basically wrapped it around a potato. And with
Hmm.
the glaze and all of that, like he just whips up this meal magically. And then, get your soundbite ready. She's like, they're all like amazed, like how did this dude just do this? And then she takes a bite, and then all of a sudden we get the anime lady noises.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, anime lady noises.
Animate
Oh yeah,
lady noises
lady noises.
ensue.
Oh,
Eh,
dude.
More than that, there are
Yeah.
some
Oh
choice
yeah.
drawings. There's
Oh yeah.
depictions of some other things like whooshing around. They're like their clothes explodes off their body.
Yeah.
They're floating around in this like flavor explosion.
Uh, this is what I feel like whenever Guy Fieri says Flavor Town. This is what I think he imagines.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna take you to Flavor Town.
Yeah, he took that little mashed
Yeah.
potato thing, wrapped it in bacon, and then put some donkey sauce on it, and
Yeah.
boom, you got a flavor explosion. Dude, like it is this okay, so like I always make the joke like, oh, this is the most anime thing, whatever I seen. This scene is what I think anime is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
we're already like we already had the squid thing happen. That squid
Yeah.
thing happens, some tentacle things happen,
Yeah.
the flavor explosion, lady noises happen. Like I was rolling. I was thinking, who can I watch this with? Like, can anybody watch this with me? I don't know. I don't know if this is a solo watch kind of thing because somebody else would be like, "What
I think
is this, dude?"
on the rating on Hulu, it said TV 14 on the Hulu
14?
rating.
That's too young, bro. This is at
Yes,
14.
yeah,
This is you gotta be 25,
yeah.
28.
You got to be at least be have 3 years work experience.
Yeah, yeah, you better have, like you better know how to cook. That's what I yeah,
Yeah,
if you know how to cook, then you can maybe watch this. Like legit,
yeah,
legit. Oh man, but yeah, that whole scene was pretty hilarious because she's just like, I'm gonna shut this place down. Then she questions it like this ain't what I asked for. So, like
yeah,
you said that if you can't give me what I asked for or any customer, then you
yeah.
should shut down.
She tried to get into her
But
Karen mode. He shut that
she
down real
take
quick.
he takes a little bite. She takes a little bite and he's so confident. That's the part where he's just like, look, here it is. Like a G. Like he sits up,
Like a
passes it over
G.
to her, and everybody else is just like her goons. There's like three other guys
Yeah,
with like shades, and they're all like serious. And then after she has the bite, and everything ensues,
yeah,
he's like, "All right, I'm gonna take this away. You don't want this. You didn't think that this is what is up to snuff. Like,
yeah,
what do you think? The thick cut steak that you wanted. This is still there's a meat in this, like you said. There's
yeah.
bacon in it. So like this isn't good enough for you." And she's like, begs him to bring it back. Bro,
Uh,
like, I mean, there is something about like somebody who can cook, people who can cook. Like, there's the whole thing, like the way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
his stomach. Yeah,
There are some like familial emotional responses that you can have to food. Like we sit around the kitchen, with my family. Like whenever we get together, like food is what brings it. There's a like an emotional connection to it. There's like love.
yeah,
There's like, this takes it to another level though. This is like, I
yeah.
mean, I love my family. I love food, but like, hey, hold them up.
Hold
Like,
him up. Yeah.
you
What are
love
we
it
do?
too
What are we
much.
really doing here?
What's really going on? Oh, by the way, I wrote down this two things: cherry blossoms and school is cool. School is
School
cool.
is cool.
We got it all. We have this might take the cake as most anime. Like we should give out awards at the end of this next season for us, where we give
Yeah.
out accolades, where we most
What
anime,
was the
least
most
anime.
anime? Yeah.
I mean, come on, we got tentacles, we've got lady
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 noises.
noises, cherry blossoms, school is cool. I mean, it's got the
We
food. I mean,
technically, we technically, he has his dad. His dad's leaving on a business trip
oh, that
for like
that's
what
a
was it? They're gonna close the shop for like 2 or 3 years.
yeah, yeah, right. 2 or 3 years he's gonna be
Yeah,
gone.
yeah, yeah.
He also doesn't have a mom. He doesn't have a mom, so there's
Yeah.
that too. So another thing, like, where's that mom at?
Who knows, man?
Who knows, man?
She probably
Uh,
exploded from the fried rice.
it was too much for her mind. It's
Too
too
much.
much for her mind. Uh, so the dad like says he's gonna go off to a business partner, and after all the Soma does to try to like keep the restaurant, like I'm gonna do everything I can. I'm gonna make the
Yeah,
most amazing dish and get this lady to leave us alone. And then his dad's like, "Peace out, dog. Like you're
peace out.
going to school. You need to go to
Yeah,
school." But which, by the way, I'm with him. I'm with someone because he's over there
yeah.
like, I don't need anybody to teach me how to cook. I'm amazing. I'm like, yeah, he just freaking saved the restaurant with one meal and he didn't even have anything to cook. Like he had
Yeah.
no, he's just like making
It was
stuff.
like watching. Did you ever watch the Next Level Chef? That Gordon Ramsay one,
I don't think I
where
did. No,
it's like the
no.
3 levels, and it has the little tier that drops down with all the ingredients on each level. And
No,
basically,
dude.
if you're on the bottom level, you have to make a meal out of whatever is left on there.
That sounds pretty dope.
Yeah,
It sounds like Chopped. Do you ever see Chopped?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Chopped, where they're like, you got Skittles and you've got cheese and bacon. You need to make us some breakfast." They're
Make a
like,
5-star dish.
yeah. Here's some Pringles and some bread, like, and then like make me a cake out of this. That's what he does. Here's some
Yeah.
lawn clippings and some bacon. Mwah.
Come on.
Delicious. The show ends and he is, or no, let's jump straight to the credits. The credits, bro. They're like all the characters who we have not met, which I'm guessing we'll meet in the school, are
Yeah.
skinny dipping and what I can only imagine as soup. There's a skinny dipping and like some sort of rabbit stew. Like,
Yeah.
we
Nobody's
got
wearing clothes.
nobody holding on to a tomato, like luging on a banana, like
So ridiculous.
it is wild. This show is ridiculous. Like it turns like a cooking show up like by 5 notches, make believing that he's got like superpowers and like it is it's
Has like a special
hilarious.
connection to food. I did
Uh
write down one thing. I don't know if you caught it. Whenever Mina leaves the shop the first time after he burns her business card, you
uh-huh.
can hear him in the background tell his dad like to get the salt and spread it everywhere.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
He's like, "Dad, get the salt and spread it around the door," and his dad's just like, "It's not gonna matter. It's just gonna be a waste."
Like she's a witch or something like that, or
Yeah.
oh my gosh, that's good. There was a lot
Which,
there.
by the
That
way, I
surround
kind of
sound
want
is
to
really
be
good.
this kind of dad because we
He's the
get through the
coolest
whole
dude.
show. Coolest dude. His son has no idea, has no clue about him at all. He even says it in the show. He's like, "Oh, this is my dad. I have no idea. I don't know anything about him other than he's my dad."
Yeah.
That's all he knows.
He's also the youngest looking at. At first, I was like, "Oh, they're definitely like brothers." And then he
Yeah,
goes, "Yeah, whatever, Dad." And I was like, "Oh, he's pulling that funny thing where you go, yeah, tell
yeah.
me what to do, like Dad, like you're just like."
Cut
But
the
no,
cord,
come to
mom.
find out. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Come to find out, it really is his dad.
Yeah,
There are some other things that are said in the background too. Like I can't remember one of the other things, but there are people just saying things in the background about like the food
yeah.
or just like random jokes that are kind of just thrown away in the background. And I'm wearing my headphones. I'm like, once again, these shows have no business being so good, like with the spatial audio.
Soundbites.
Like, yeah, I had to look behind me. I was like, hey, who's someone's talking
Who's here?
about yeah, they're talking about soy sauce behind me. Who's that talking about soy sauce behind me? That's how good the sound is. It's like, what in the world, dude? How is it so good? Uh, that's about all I have, except for let's see. That I thought I saw, and I guess you could fill me in on this. That there's a couple seasons, and this first season looks like it's only 5 episodes. I don't know. I was confused by some of that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let's get into some of the ingredients that make this show.
Oh, Joe Andrew, you're good. You're too good.
Good. All right. So, as always, another accolade for the show is that it started off as a manga.
Of course, the
Gotta
most
have it. Yeah.
gotta,
The,
got
the most gotta have thing manga,
it.
and so this was actually kind of a team effort. So the story is written by Sakura Yuto, and the art is drawn by Saiki Shima. And so this actually started off as like a one shot, which, like we said, mentioned a while back, a one shot's just like a pilot, basically. Started as one
Hmm.
shot, did really good, and then got serialized in Shonen Jump in November of 2012. So the manga is not, as far as time wise, it's kind of in the decade, you know, pretty
Okay. Yeah, that's not too
2012.
bad. That's not too old. It didn't feel old either.
And the manga is completed. So the whole story is done for the manga. And it finished on June of 2019. So it had about a good 7 year run manga wise.
June of 2019. Okay. And there's how many seasons of this show?
So with the anime came out in no April of 2015. So there's a total of 86 episodes spread across 5 seasons.
I I could have swore I saw that it was maybe it was in okay, so it is in Crunchyroll. It's in Crunchyroll and it's in Hulu. But in Crunchyroll, I was like, I don't want to have this thing where I accidentally watch the wrong thing because
Yeah.
it says OVA on it. And I was like, yeah, I don't quite understand that if it is like an original or I mean if it started out as a manga, unless I was looking at the wrong show, which very much could have been.
Now,
Or maybe I just
so
didn't read it right.
Crunchyroll has season 3, 4, 5, and the OVAs. Hulu has the
Okay.
first 2 seasons. For some
Okay.
reason, for some reason, with the I guess rights and ownership of it, seasons 1 and 2 got moved off of Crunchyroll and moved over to Hulu. So Hulu has
Weird.
seasons 1 and 2, and Crunchyroll has 3, 4, 5 in the OVAs.
And they
So
got the dubs.
that's why I had to put Hulu when I sent it to you. I was like, if
You
I just
know.
send Food Wars, he's gonna go to Crunchyroll. He's gonna watch the wrong thing.
I almost did. I almost did. I had to look. I looked twice.
Look twice. Um, yeah, so that was the anime when it came out, and the manga. So the manga actually also has 3 spin-offs and 2 light novels that came out after it. And so
Hmm.
there's like other short side stories and stuff. One's called it's called Shokugeki no Soma, uh, Le Dessert, which I guess it's about like desserts and some other ones. But so going back to the food and stuff, so they actually had a when they started it, they actually were able to get a celebrity chef by the name of Morisa Miyuki,
Hmm.
and to like help them create dishes and stuff. Like that would be like she was their reference for like the dishes and stuff that will be shown throughout this show, this series.
For the was it for the show or what did they you think they knew about it in the manga? Like did they have to like
It was for the manga. Like
okay, initially,
they had
okay.
her, yeah, because they brought her in because they wanted to make sure like, hey, we want
Was
to
it
like
accurate?
get the ingredients with the accuracy with like actual dishes. If they come up with a dish, how could they make it? You
Hmm.
know, type stuff. Um, and then so going back to the creators, the two parters. So the in a interview I saw, it was on Anime News Network. If you want to go check it out, they were talking to the writer and the artist, and they asked, about the main idea and the origins of it. And the writer Sakuda said that Seiki, the artist, actually kind of like thought about uh, his initial idea was a girl who just loves food and loves eating and loves enjoying it. And then, but he kind of mainly wanted to focus more on the artwork and the drawing part of it. So he got contact with Sakuda about writing, and they teamed up and started working on this. What we have, Food Wars now.
Hmm.
So Sakuda kind of like when their other ideas when they're talking, okay, now it's two of y'all. How do y'all like work together? How do y'all keep going at it? Keep inspired. And Sakuda said that his main drive during the whole series was because to insinuate Psyche's artwork. Like he wanted to write a story to showcase Psyche's artwork and Seiki like wanted to like work with Suda because he knew how good of a writer and like storyteller he was. So that was like his main driving force of going on. And so they were kind of just like using each other as like a drive to work on this manga.
Uh, 4 years. I mean, that takes quite a bit of, I mean, 86. I mean, I'm wondering how many I can never get a hold of like or wrap my mind around how much manga is written as to how much they translate that into anime.
So yeah,
S- Yeah, the show itself. So I'm like, are they like m bunching this part together and like, or either is one chapter, one full episode? I guess it just depends on the manga, right? Like each one of them,
yeah.
like
It
how
depends
much
on the
they.
manga and it depends on like when the actual anime show starts getting animated and come out.
Okay,
Because like I said, that's when we get into the filler episodes. It's like we start getting into filler arcs and filler episodes, and the manga is still going. That's because the anime caught up to the manga, so they're giving that space for the manga to like get further
catch.
ahead, so they could like, all right, now let's move on to the next part. It's not like Game of Thrones season 8 where they just got an idea of it and it had to get there themselves.
Don't say it, Joe Angel. Don't do it. Hey, speaking of which, how much? Okay, have you ever seen this manga? Have you ever like have you thumbed through it? Have you? I'm
I
just
think I
wondering.
have way back in the day. I think when it first was coming
Let's
out, because
just
it was in the Shonen Jump, so it was like in their lineup of mangas they released on their magazine.
can we assume that the fan service is dialed up from manga to anime?
Probably,
Right? Is it or right? Maybe it's just
it's usually
I
like
wonder.
about the same.
It
Sometimes the anime is more dialed up.
yeah,
Because
that's
like I
what I'm
said, in
thinking.
some animes, the manga is more gory and stuff.
Yeah.
And but when it goes to
So
anime, they kind of tone down the goriness for turn up the fan service. Or sometimes it's
because
both.
there's just some like there are just some scenes that are just unnecessarily like she comes in and she's like, "I'm Mina. You remember me?" And I was like, whoa, take it easy. We don't have HR in this place.
Yeah.
You about to get
We have a dress code
you.
here, ma'am.
We
Please
have
adhere.
just uh oh my
Oh
gosh, dude.
man. But
Well,
you can't play video
is there a
games about
video
this.
game? I want that. No, I was already asking. I was in the middle
Yeah,
of
I already
asking.
knew. I already knew. Yeah,
I don't think I've
it's
ever
called
played
Food
like
War.
a
Yeah,
uh-huh.
Food War Shokugeki, the ultimate recipe. And that one's a mobile game that you could get on your iPhone or Android.
I might have to download it. I don't think I've ever the closest thing I've played like as a food game would be Fruit Ninja. I don't know if you ever
Fruit
played this
Ninja.
game. You
Yeah,
just kind of slice in
old
fruit.
school.
That's it. Old school. But I've seen
They
others where
have
you're
it at
like, oh no.
a. They have the actual arcade version of it too. I don't know if you've seen that, where you
Oh
actually
yeah,
like the big old
like
touchscreen
a
one.
big yeah,
Yeah,
life size looking one. Yeah, yeah, I've played that one. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. I played what's that game called? Oh my gosh, it's
Cooking
gonna
Mama.
kill me. No, no. Oh, dang it. I almost had it. You're like two chefs and you're trying to work together to
Oh
get the
yeah, yeah.
food
You have to make.
out.
Yeah, you
You're
gotta
making
like
like a
both be
hamburger
doing something.
together. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're chopping. Gosh, what is that game called? That's the only game I've played and
yeah,
do recommend. It is
yeah.
amazing.
Uh,
Several episodes of it, or several episodes. There's several like versions of it, and it's
versions of it. Yeah, yeah. And
dude.
there's another 3DS game called Food Wars, uh, the dish of friendship and bonds. It's like a visual kind of novel game, so it's
It, if that dish
kind of like a
isn't
press A
tacos,
game.
bro, okay, that is the dish of friendship. They don't know about tacos, bro. Okay,
Yeah.
like if you're eating tacos with somebody, we're friends, bro. Okay, we're
You're
talking.
bonding. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we're talking pastor, asada, uh,
Chicharron.
lengua, chicharron.
Lingua. You can't
Yeah,
tell them what lingua is,
you're
they won't eat it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't tell your friend that. You're a real friend, and you
One
just
thing
let them
about
eat
tacos, you don't
it.
ask what it is, you just eat
No, 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 no. Well, we may be friends, but a real friend don't tell you what you're eating.
it.
You
Yeah.
just eat it. You're just like,
Real
hey,
friend,
look.
real friend loves you enough to be like, just eat this. Just put the hot sauce in it and
Yeah,
eat it.
a real friend would trust you. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
like no questions about it. Just like,
If you
hey,
said
it's
it's good, I'm gonna
good.
eat it.
Yeah, I'm eating it. What is this? You don't want to know. It's squid.
It's squid. Oh, yeah.
All right, but
But
is
yeah,
that it?
so
Does that's all of it? It's got to be all of it. I mean,
that's all.
like,
Yeah, like I said, there's just it's first anime about food, and like
man, this is the
it's
first one.
crazy.
I
There's
mean,
competitions. There's like it's basically
have you
everything in all the food shows we've seen almost. Like
have you seen any more of this?
yeah, because I remember seeing like throughout like pick up an episode here and there or watching it because I just needed kind of something to watch. But I never really like
Hmm.
haven't taken the time to actually sit down and watch it.
Like I saw like a little clip. It was, yeah, once again, we're just watching reels and like 2-second videos. And it was a live action, like Japanese film, like a little clip of like two chefs kind of going at it, but they're like showing off their knife skills, and they it's like a competition, but they're like head to head, and it's super like it seems like I wonder if it's inspired. If I can find it somehow, I don't know how I'm gonna find it, but it seems like it's inspired by an anime, and I wonder
I'm talking
if
about
we're
the
gonna.
two dudes in the street cooking the fish.
I think it may
Like
have been like the guy is
like
like
once like
he's
the
like
actual chef uniform.
yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, and the other
I
guy's
watched
like a
that
street cook. You
yesterday.
watch that? The algorithm, it knows too much, Joe Angel.
It
It
knows
knows
too
too
much,
much about
man.
us. I bet anything, right? I mean, what 50/50 chance that's based off of anime slash manga,
Oh
right?
yeah,
It's gotta
yeah.
be. I mean, it's gotta be. But I'm all about it, man. Are we ready to guac talk this? Speaking of
Let's
guacamole
guac talk this,
takis,
man. Stick of
let's
guacamole takis.
talk.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. This show does is there's a lot and a little going on. Like like the arc is easy. You go, kid is in a family restaurant. People are trying to push him out. He wants to be the best chef ever. He does that self-talk thing, which I love about. This is another anime thing. He's like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't say this. He just says, "I gotta get stronger. I gotta get better." Like he wants to be like the best chef ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like so
he wants to make
there's
amazing
that.
dishes to keep the family business going. That's what he wants to do.
Hmm. And the music is good. It's drawn well. It's actually legit funny. Um, there's some fan service if you're into it. uh, it's ridiculous. It's over the top, but I did find myself enjoying it though. Like and I wonder if it's that food aspect that kind of gets you, kind of like, because you could tell that they know what they're talking about when they're
Yeah.
showing him put the things together, because they actually show him like slicing and cooking and like searing things, and
Yeah.
the food looks good. Anime
Right.
food,
Oh,
animated
it looks
food
good.
always looks good. Pizza's
Something
always the
about it, man.
cheesiest.
Yeah.
Cheese is always the best. You know what I'm saying? Like you're never disappointed. I watched this
Um.
video. You ever see there's like it's a deep dish pizza. People like it's like the like an Instagram like thing. Like if you go to a place, they cut the slice of pizza and they pull the slice up and the cheese just like
Oh
drags
yeah,
into it.
yeah. It's like this real
Like
like.
yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
food. Like yeah, that's what you want. Then I watched another video where the guy does the same thing. He pulls up and the cheese doesn't even. It's just like it looks like cheesecake. It's It's the
Yeah.
worst looking slice of pizza ever. Everything on this
Oh
show,
yeah.
everything looks delicious. Even that, you know what? Even I wanted to believe that peanut butter and squid might be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. You wanted it
I'm
to be
Mexican.
good. Yeah.
We put peanut butter on chicken, okay? It's a real thing. All right. We don't call it peanut butter chicken. It's called mole,
I mean,
okay? Or you put a
yeah, it's
little
called
chocolate
both.
sauce, but
There's
it's
curry
called
that peanut butter you do.
peanut butter. Yeah, you could do it. It could fit. I bet you later on. I hope, you know what? I'm gonna keep watching this show. I hope that later on he figures out how to make peanut butter and squid come together. I'm already bought in, Joe Angel.
Already bought into it.
It's pretty good. Soma is
Oh man.
he's a likable character. It's got a lot going for it. I don't know where it's going. I mean, I can kind of feel a little bit like he's going to become, a good student and kind of he'll
Yeah.
find out that, being in cooking school is harder than you think because at the end of that show, at the
Yeah.
end of the episode, he's like he sees these kids,
There might be some things he might be overlooking, like small details,
yeah,
attention.
like expanding his his repertoire, expanding his
Yeah.
idea of what good cooking and good food and all
Yeah.
that can do for him. So it'll be interesting. I mean, I can't predict any of the outcomes, so I like that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and
How
rate
many
it. I'm ready
tentacles
to
are you
rate
giving
this.
this?
Uh, woo. I'm not gonna Google it, okay? And don't send it to me in the chat. Get out of the chat. I'm not gonna look at it. At 1 out of 10 tentacles. I'm gonna give it like a solid 7. I'm gonna give it 7. I'm
Seven.
okay with giving it 7. Like
Yeah.
it's slice of lifey, but not to a point where like they toe the line. They toe the line of
Yeah.
like he's doing things. It's like things are exploding. He's like, you
Yeah.
know, uh they make
There's a bit
believe
of
that he has powers.
exaggeration. Yeah.
Yeah, exaggerate. Yeah, yeah. It's not too just too straightforward. There's some interesting bits. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
7
Serve
out
it
of 10.
up. Serve it up. Stir fry
Serve
this,
it
baby.
up.
It's
Stir
cooked.
fry. Cooking. And you know what else is cooking? This anime podcast, guys, which you can go to our website, anime-me.com, where you can find a list of all our episodes. You can find the links to our socials, and you can find our shirts, guys, because it's the holiday season. So you want to get those in, get them good,
They
get them
are
going, guys.
cooking.
They are cooking, and we are cooking with this show, guys, because this is turkey season, and we got a lot more food animes to go, guys. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be wild.
Get
It's
your
gonna get you
appetites
ready.
ready.
Oh yeah, get your appetites ready. Get all the holidays, and let us know in the comments how you do your turkey. Because I've always heard people deep frying turkeys, but I haven't had it yet. But I know the process is either A, it's gonna come out good, or you're gonna burn your house down.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
one or the other.
if you're willing to risk your house burning down, it's gotta be
Yeah,
good. So, you know what I'm saying?
gotta
Like,
be
bring it.
good.
Let's do this.
Bring, bring it to the cookout. Oh man, guys. Well, as always, too, hit those like, shares, and subscribe buttons to let other people know about this podcast by leaving a review as well, so they can get us up in those algorithms. And also share with a friend, guys, because that's part of Thanksgiving season 2 is being thankful. And we are thankful for our friends. We are thankful for food. We're thankful for anime and all the good things that come our way, guys. And even if there's an anime we haven't talked about yet, drop those in the comments too, so we can cover it, guys, because we got our ever growing list of shows that are coming out too, and shows that have been out that we haven't got to yet. We're getting to, but if there's a specific one, let us know, guys. We'll do it. We'll watch it. Even if it's a movie, we'll watch it. Watch them all,
Yeah.
guys. Because that Demon Slayer movie is coming out. And it's going to be wild.
Catch up.
Catch up. Read the mangas. Go to Shonen Jump or Viz, guys. I'm telling you, it's worth it. If you don't like waiting, go read those mangas, guys. Well, I've been Joe Angel with my co-host Sal, and we will see you on the next one. Liz.
Peace. But we all good. Okay, hold on. Let me get centered here.
Get
Let me get
center.
centered. Let's see here. Can you see my new? I'm gonna change out my record every
Your
time. Get out of
records.
here, spot. Boom.
Boom.
Oh, also, let's see here. I need a sound
Get the
bite.
soundbite. Get the soundbite ready.
What's my sound bite, Joe Angel? It's usually something that
Uh,
I'll say every time in this
you can't
podcast.
call another man delicious.
Delicious.
Hey, which joke was that?
That was like that was a
Uh,
Cedric the
yeah, yeah.
Entertainer
Like
when he
his
was
name's
like
delicious. I can't call another
"Ma-
man delicious.
delicious.
I
Uh
put my phone. Do not
oh
disturb.
snap, that's a good move. That's a good move. Put it in silent.
Put it inside.
And I mean do not disturb.
And my mustache is getting to that point where I think I'm gonna start curling it again.
Dude, just twirl it up, bro. Like get
Mostly
that
because
man
it's
wax
like
on it.
it's getting into my mouth when I eat now. So it's like, and I'm chewing. I'm like, why am I still chewing? Oh wait, that's just my mustache.
Hey, excuse me, sir. There's a hair in my food. Sir, that's your
Yeah,
hair in your own food.
that's your hair. It's still attached to your face, sir.
That's on you.
That's on you.
Okay, hold on. How about this? Anime lady noises. That's my soundbite, bro. Anime lady noises.
Oh yeah,
Anime
really
lady noises.
gonna use that one a lot for
Anime
this first one.
lady noises. Yeah, this. All right, all right. I got my water. I got my notes.
Notes, water, drink. Good. Got any leftover candy?
Oh,
Did y'all
snap,
pass out
dude.
candy?
Hey, yeah, we I don't know how much. Somebody I was talking to somebody. They were like, "Oh, we had like 100 pieces." I was like, I don't remember counting how many pieces of candy, how many pieces of candy we had, but
Yeah,
we had a lot and we ran out. Thankfully, we had some friends come over and they brought over some nice candy. I was like,
the
"Oh,
nice
okay, yeah,
ones,
yeah."
like the king size ones.
No, no, they were just generic. You know what I'm saying? Like ours were
Oh yeah,
generic. They were actually name
yeah.
brand. Like I'm handing out, this stuff from Dollar Tree, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
you know what I'm
that.
saying? The little
Uh,
strawberry packet that's just strawberry has no name.
yeah, nobody knows the name of that. Nobody knows the name of that. He had nerd clusters, and I don't. Do you know about nerd clusters?
Yeah, I can't remember when it
Okay,
came out, but I remember seeing it because it's just like they got the nerd rope and just chopped it into
yeah,
pieces.
it's
That's
crazy
all it
because yeah,
is.
it's just it's all it is, and it's blown up, Joe Angel. Like
Dude,
seriously, blown up. Like
yeah,
it's like okay, so like before they were doing all right. Who makes nerds? Do we? I'm trying to think. Is it Wonka?
I think
I
so.
can't remember
Yeah,
who.
I think
Is it
Wonka
maybe?
does like the nerd stuff.
I think it does. I feel like I seen the logo on there. So they've been
Yeah,
like doing all right. They do all right with like the candy. I forget what okay, anyway, I don't know the number before, but right now,
yeah.
just from this year, Nerd Clusters has made $500 million on Nerd Clusters alone. I think usually they make like $50 million like
Yeah,
across the board, across the Wonka board, like all the other candy and everything that they make $50 million a year.
50
Nerd
million.
Clusters alone is doing $500 million, son. I'm talking like
Just on candy, man.
just on candy. Just they took the nerd rope. It was probably, you know what it is. You know how they probably were like making the nerd rope and they had to like trim a little off to make it
Yeah,
like the right size. And somebody just took the little bite size and they're like, you know what? We
yeah.
can go ahead and
We
put
can
this in
make
a
something good.
bag.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's just put that in the bag and then sell them
yeah.
as the leftover nuggets.
It's what I feel like. What
But they're good though.
the Doritos? Remember the 3D Doritos? Or remember when the Doritos came in the little like canister?
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
I felt like that was just the crumbs in the bag at the bottom. Like, what can we
Yeah,
do with these crumbs? Hey, we could put them in a bottle and sell it.
yeah, it is. That's exactly what they're doing. They're just like, oh, everything that fell to the bottom, we're about to throw it away. It's either throw it away or sell it.
Yeah. Can,
And
can
you
we
know
make
what?
money? Yeah, we can. Give
I
me that
bought it.
bottle.
I
Boom,
bought
look. Don't buy it.
it.
れはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。